struggle to play fluently in all keys? Does hearing that a song is in B flat send terror through you? Well, don't worry, this video is going to help you combat that fear. With knowledge. But we're going to go much further than just answering the question of what is transposition. I'll show you how and why it is an essential skill that you can use to develop exponentially your understanding of the fretboard. At the end, I'm also going to show you why transposition holds the key to effective soloing. For professional instruction that holds nothing back, click subscribe and hit the notification bell. Best of all, it's free. So, what is transposition? Well, it could be explained as moving a pattern of notes to various pitch levels. No matter what note you start on, the exact same thing is being played, just at different pitch levels. If you've ever played more than one major scale, you've already done transposition. Let's take a look at it in regards to the major scale. So our major scale consists of a pattern whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Let's apply that starting on A. From A, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay, we took a formula and started on A. Let's transpose that formula and start on a different note. We could start on the open string D, and we'll transpose the major scale to D. To really understand transposing, you have to understand the concept of scale degrees, which is nothing more than putting a number to every note in our scale. So the major scale has 7 notes, and we'll just label them 1 through 7. Let's again transpose our formula down to E this time, and we'll label our E a 1. Second note is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're back at 1 again. Now, to start utilizing this concept, let's put our major scale in a single position and start making some licks out of it that we can start transposing. So, we're going to start on E on the 12th fret, and we'll have our major scale here. Now, to start transposing, we need a lick to transpose. So let's create something. We'll stick in the key of E, and something really simple would be like this. It's almost like a jump blues thing. Now, we have to assign those scale degrees to what we just played in order to really understand it and start moving it around. So we started on our 1, E, and we used our third by way of our minor third. We kind of did a minor 3 to 3, so flat 3 to 3, up to our 5, and back to our root. So it's really just like a E major arpeggio, just approaching that third from a half step down. So once you understand that lick, you can start moving it around. Now, I've said it before, and if you follow this channel long enough, you're going to hear it again. But the guitar is a visual instrument full of patterns, specifically chord patterns. The faster you visualize chord patterns, the better you're going to be getting at this transposing concept. So, what we just played came directly out of the E major bar chord form. So, you can get a lot of mileage out of this without even changing keys. All you have to do is play in the same key, but start visualizing different chord patterns, and you're effectively doing the work of transposing to different keys. This eases the burden of actually changing keys while you're learning the new patterns. So you could select the E and the C shape. If you know that chord, move what we just played to a different chord shape. So you could hit your root here, right? And your third and your fifth are right there. So select those. You could also start on this root within that C shape. Once you have this concept down, you can move it to any chord pattern, any root at all. You could use your A shape. Start with this root. So you want to start understanding everything you're playing in terms of scale degrees, and then take those ideas and transpose them to 5 different positions. In the key of E, those positions would be the E chord form, the G chord form, the A chord form, the C chord form, and the D chord form. Now, you can transpose your major licks to correspond to those chord forms. Of course, if you had a minor lick, you'd want to know the minor equivalent of those chords. A dominant lick, you'd want to know the dominant 7 chord equivalents in those positions, etc. Once you've done your work in each of those 5 positions, you can start changing keys with your ideas and really transposing. But not to worry, because no matter where you're at the fretboard, you're always going to have a chord form that you know. For instance, what if we wanted to take an idea from the key of A to the key of E? Well, A and E, we could do that here. And we've got an E chord form and a C chord form. You've already worked with both those shapes, so you'll have ideas to draw from because you're familiar with those patterns. Now let's use this concept with shifting key centers. To go even deeper, refer to my last video where I teach you how to effectively solo through a 12-bar blues. But let's stay with our 12-bar blues example for now. And in measure 1 of a 12-bar blues, you have your 1 chord. In the key of E, that's an E7. And in measure 2, a lot of the times, you'll see a 4 chord. And in the key of E, that's an A7. So what we want to do is shift our transposable lick from E to A. And if you've applied your scale degrees and understand that lick in terms of scale degrees, it's not that hard to do. You start on your root for the 1 chord, which is E. And then you just go up to your root for the 4 chord. So if you're following along and listening closely to what I'm saying, what is transposing actually doing? It's teaching you how to play the changes. Playing the changes, targeting chords, is transposing. If you don't have this essential skill down, you're always going to struggle with this. So learn licks, play them through all 5 chord shapes and change keys with them, and your soloing will be immediately better. You're going to feel comfortable in all areas of the fretboard in every key. Thanks for watching. Now you know why transposing is essential to your development as a player. Even better, you have the tools to develop this ability. If you enjoyed this video, share, subscribe, watch my other videos. I'll see you next time.